Hi, I'm Cy. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Ridstar Q20 Electric Bike. We've got it all assembled here. We'll go ahead and take a quick look now at the box it comes in and all of the parts of the bike before it's assembled. So our Ridstar came in a box that looks like this. Here is a first look inside the box. You can see a nice and shiny bike inside, and you can see it comes with whatever else it needs to be assembled. So here is the bike once I have taken it out of the package, and it looks pretty nice. This is all of the things connected to the bike. And then we have, I believe, the headlight there. You've got your Ridstar user manual and your pedals. It actually comes with the tools for assembly, which is cool. And there's your charger. There is the battery. This is the bike before it is assembled after we've taken everything out of the package. You can see that you got a fair amount of assembly, but they've put a lot of it together, which is nice. There's the other tire, and that pretty much is everything that is in the box. So now you know everything that's in the box. The instructions are pretty clear on how to set everything up and put everything together, and we've done that. I'm going to go ahead and show you a few details about the bike that might be important to you, and then we're going to take it for a little test ride to see how it does. So you've got 4 keys here, 2 for the battery pack to lock it on, and then 2 for the ignition. Why don't you go ahead and take the battery pack off real quick, put it in the unlock position. So you can see it pretty much slides on. Why don't you go ahead and put it on for them. Put it up high, lock it in, and then put your key in the lock position and remove. The battery is already charged. Now we're going to go ahead and turn the battery on. You can turn it to on when the line is pushed down, as opposed to off when the circle is pushed down. We're going to go ahead and put our key inside the ignition, and we're going to turn it to the power on. And then you've got a control over here. You're going to go ahead and push down on the button in the middle, which is the power button, as opposed to the up and down button, and that will turn on this display right here. You have a number of display settings. To get to the display settings, you can just hold both of these down at the same time, and you can see that changes things here. And then I can navigate through the different display settings by pushing on the power button, and you can see there's P02, it goes up all the way through P110, and those settings do things like set the max speed, max power that is being used, and things like that. And you navigate through, like I said, by holding the 2 buttons down first to get to the screen. So hold the 2 buttons down. Once you're in it, you can move through the different settings. I'm just going to demonstrate how to turn on the light. There's the light there. Go ahead and turn it on, and you can see that gives power to our headlight and to our rear light. Go ahead and honk the horn once. It's a pretty loud horn. And then you've got your gears here, and then in order to make the bike go, you're going to use the throttle. But to do that, let me just step back for 1 second here. Once you've got everything hooked up right, you can lift the back of your bike, and then you're just going to use the throttle, which is this right here. And then you can change the gears right here. The up and down are this and this here. One of the settings you'll have in here that I showed you can get to through this place right here is whether you have pedal assist or not. So you can set it to where it's only using the pedals, it's only using the throttle, or it is a combination of both of them. We're pretty excited about it. We're about ready to do our first test ride on it. Then we'll wait about a week, tell you any other details that might be important, and how our experience on the Ridstar Q20 has been. So we've got everything turned on. I wanted to show you here, you do have a kickstand here on the bottom that you can click down for when you want to stop, and this is going to be our first time actually riding it.
This is only 10 miles an hour.
So you can see he was only going 10 miles per hour. This will go 33 miles per hour. Even 10 miles per hour is pretty quick. All right, brakes work good on both sides?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
That was only 10.
And it feels pretty fast even at 10, right?
Oh yeah, this is only in the 3rd gear.
So we're back with the Ridstar after riding it for just under a week. How many miles have you put on it?
65.
So 65 miles on it so far. We know that you are going to want to have details of people who have ridden it for a long time. So we've listened to a lot of people and we're going to fill you in on some of those details here in just a minute. Why don't we go ahead and ask this guy a few questions, and we're just going to go ahead and show you here really quick again on the display. There's the two settings that you're going to want to check to make sure you have max speed. Most of these settings you can probably leave at default, but the ones that determine the speed we're going to show you right now. So why don't you go ahead and just show what it says pedal assist here. If you press this up button on the top here and you go up to the level 5, that is going to allow you to go to max speed, and you do want to have it at PAS 5 in order to go max speed. Now can you show them how to get to the other setting?
To get the other settings, you hold down the bottom arrow and the top arrow, go through the settings. You're going to want to press the on button,
Which is the middle button.
and the only ones you should be worrying about is number 3, pretty important, keeps the charge on.
Okay, so PO3 as you see, and is it PO8 that is the one that determines the max speed?
Yep, PO8 is the volt.
Okay, and so this PO8, you'll want to have it set at 100 if you want to be able to get your max speed. How has your experience been so far riding the Ridstar?
Been really good.
Is there any complaints you have about it?
No, not really. Just
Okay.
pretty good.
What are some of the things that you like about it?
I really like the fat tires. I think they look pretty cool, and just like how fast it goes.
Okay, so the fat tires and how fast it goes. You've been getting it up to full speed, right?
Yes.
And that is on this bike about 33 miles per hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to be clear, this is the Ridstar Q20 1500W. There are the 1000 watt and the 1200 watt that are also pretty popular. Brakes work good?
Yep, brakes work really good. There's one thing, if you slam on the brakes too hard, it will start skidding, but just make sure you brake before you're going to stop.
Okay, sounds good. And you've had it uphills, downhills, everything.
Yep.
Does it lose much power uphill?
About 5 miles per hour, but it's not that bad.
As far as distances go, I know that you haven't drained the battery or anything, but what's the longest distance you've gone in a single ride?
Probably about 15 miles, and it did pretty good.
We have listened to a lot of people, and depending on your weight, whether you use pedal assist or not is going to determine how far you can go. So you're not going to get a full 75 miles out of this if you're not using pedal assist, and most people say somewhere between 25 and 50 miles is what they're getting out of this bike depending on their weight. As far as a charge on the battery goes, people who have had this bike for a year, there are a few mixed reviews, but most people say it's a great bike for the money. And as far as the battery goes, battery's still working and holding a pretty solid charge after a year for the people that I've listened to. Also, I listened to a person who's been riding for 735 miles and 1 year, another person who's been riding for 1400 miles but under a year, and one thing that you might have to replace are the brake pads, which go inside there, and at some point you're probably going to have to replace the tires. One more important detail is that it takes about 4 to 6 hours to fully charge the battery. People also say that the shocks are a little stiff. So overall opinion of the Ridstar Q20?
I think it's pretty good. I'd give it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8.
Okay, awesome. I like it. I think it looks very cool. It rides very nice. It's smooth. No complaints up to this point. We will do a follow-up review at 6 months and a year to let you know how things have gone for us. But overall, got to give the bike a thumbs up, and we'll just have to hope that it's going to be good for a very long time. So I hope you liked our review of the Ridstar Q20 1500W electric bike. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and share this video. Comment below, and if you want to help support this channel, please use the links in the description to purchase. You won't pay more, but we do make a small commission, and we will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't